having a happy Thursday. I love that I always have to set this up. It's so much fun. So much fun. Hi, Kelly from Australia. I miss you. Let me text April. I love it. She's fashionably late. Let's see. Who else is here in the house? Hello, Lucas. There's my ceiling fan. There you are.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Long time no chat. Inside joke.
Hello.
Let me just set this up.
Lucas
Man.
Piojos, American PI. Ooh, very. 2 people joining at once. Hi,
Do I look lopsided? You should see this janky.
little like. Well,
Or is it
using our home setup.
our home studio?
Aw, we thank you, Queen Nelly. Invisible Lemons. Yeah, we're both just chilling in our houses, and I have my drink just like we always have on Throwback.
Well, I'm gonna hang low like a cholo since I can't figure out this. It works, right?
Manny Roman. Hi, Manny.
Hi, y'all. Thanks for joining us. I'm so excited that you tuned into Throwback Thursday time. This is our live edition, exactly. And earlier this week, if you're tuning in now, we asked ANTM fans on Reddit their most pressing questions about America's Next Top Model, and we are here to answer our experience.
Yeah, you guys really delivered. We were so excited every day checking. There were so many questions, and there were so many really intricate, well thought out questions. So we're going to do our best to get to as many of them as possible today, rapid fire style, okay?
Yes.
All right, let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
Mercedes and I loved how many of the questions we thought we could actually both answer. So we're going to start with a couple of those from Milano Cookie Memories, which felt very cycle 2. Mercedes, how much time did you get to spend on the phone when we were filming Top Model with people from back home?
I was immersed in our environment, so not very long. I pretty much called my mom, and 15 minutes max. What about you?
I pretty much only called my ex-boyfriend, and same. We were so busy filming, we barely had time to sleep. I think phone calls, like, not even on our mind at all.
No.
But great question. The other really kind of mundane life question that Milano Cookie Memories had was, did you buy your own groceries or did production stock the house?
We bought our own groceries. Fun fact, we got per diem, which I think they paid us like $50 a week or something.
It was $50 a day, I thought.
A day? 50 a day. That sounds right. You can't buy anything for $50 a week. And it was interesting learning everyone's eating habits. What do you think?
Yeah, it was, if memory serves, you had like no dietary restrictions, ate like a teenager or a middle schooler. I was on like the Oprah Winfrey, Bob Green, whole grains kind of trend.
Oh, don't lie. You were on that 5-year-old, I'm eating cereal every day for lunch and breakfast and dinner.
I ate a lot of cereal for sure. I was eating a lot of whole grains. I think Joanna even made a dig about that during one of her, she said like April eats a lot of wheat or something. Seems like she's bound up in the stomach. But yeah, I ate a lot of cereal, so that was kind of my favorite.
It was also when I first learned about like soy and almond milk. Now it's like everywhere, but I'm like, soy? Wait, doesn't everybody drink like milk, like cow's milk? I was so naive.
Yeah, there was a lot of interesting diets going on in the house.
Yeah. Jumping right into X, my coffee is cold X. I like that. Except what was the casting process for you like? Because I know it was different for both of us.
Yeah, well, the most weird part of the casting process was definitely that none of us could talk to each other. So I saw Mercedes and like knew of her for about a week before I ever heard her speak, because we were all holed up in the, what was the hotel they put us in
The
LA?
Renaissance Hotel. Shout out to Hollywood.
Yeah. We were all there kind of just on ice, cell phones taken away, not allowed to speak, not allowed to use the phone, not allowed to talk to anyone, and being shuttled downstairs to production interviews, which they now air that part. But for us, we were just doing that and not allowed to talk to each other. We'd all like go to the gym and it would be a quiet room of models who weren't allowed to speak.
It was super awkward. And one cool fun fact, sorry to cut you off, but one cool fun fact is that before auditioning for Top Model, I was currently in college, and I sent in this video. My girlfriend's like, hey, why don't you try out for America's Next Top Model? You live out your dream. And I'm like, okay. So I sent in the video, and they had me come in and skip the line. So I was the first 30 girls. Were you the same?
In Miami.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Me, Joanna, and Camille.
Oh, so insider story, I guess, if you get casted for Top Model and they're like, oh, we want you to audition early. Yeah. Hopefully that's a shoo-in.
Good sign. And all three of us were in Miami. All three of us cut the line, and then all three of us ended up filming the show. So that was, that was definitely a good.
Yeah. Great question. And so if you're tuning in now, we're answering questions that we asked earlier off of Reddit. We really love you guys. It was actually our first time using Reddit. There's my tail between my legs.
But for helping us.
Yeah, thanks, Horacio. So Kiki Funshine, I love her name, or his, asked April, you came back in a later season to teach speaking and hosting. What was it like being on the other side? Did you see Tyra when you came back, or Mr. J?
Great question. Yes, I came back for cycle 8. It was a blast. I was modeling in Hong Kong at the time. Production called me. I had to get on a plane in like 24 hours, super jet lagged. I saw Tyra. She was actually awesome to me during that shoot. She pulled me into her hair and makeup, and we caught up about modeling in Hong Kong. I saw Nigel at Craft Food Service. I did not see either of the J's. And I had a really good time. It showed me how much I had learned in 5 years about hosting. You sometimes you don't know what you know until you have to teach someone. So I had a blast. And
I watched that episode. You did great. I was like, look at her.
It was fun. It was fun. It felt like a really full circle moment, for sure. Highlight of my Top Model, definitely, of my Top Model experience.
Highlight? The highlight is you and me being on the show. What are you talking about?
Second highlight. All right. So for Mercedes, I have another question from, I love these names, Overnight Siren. Were you asked back for All Stars? And if so, why did you turn it down?
That is a great question. Originally, I auditioned for America's Next Top Model in order to become a working model. And they did ask me back, and I politely declined because at that time in my career, I was doing exactly what I wanted to do. I was working as a model. I was working as an actress. I was doing television, still am doing commercials. So I thought that I could let that pass because I was really happy with where I was, and I didn't feel right about going back because I didn't want to like deal with the drama, I guess.
It's like getting back with an ex when you've already moved on with a new
guy.
Guy.
It's like, pack your bags, goodbye.
Yeah.
To the left. Yeah. Enjoy the experience.
I say that.
Yeah. So this question is from Cremel, and they're asking April, what did it feel like when Rihanna recognized you on the red carpet?
Okay, no joke. That's a highlight of my Top Model experiences. That is legitimately a highlight of my life, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
Well, I mean, Rihanna.
It was. I was interviewing, doing pink carpet interviews for Victoria's Secret, and Rihanna was like the headliner of the night. She was late, so she came rushing in and said, her PR people said she's not doing any interviews. But I was Victoria's Secret media, so we were like, no, we need Rihanna. And she was kind of like, okay. And she turned around, came up to me. I don't know if y'all have seen the clip, but she basically was like, hi. Oh my God, you were on America's Next Top Model. My heart started beating, everything went like slow-mo, and I was like, remember your questions. And
I wouldn't have been able to get it out.
Yeah, and you can hear my voice like pitches way up, which is not my normal voice. And then what you don't see in the clip is all the other anchors from like E-Access Hollywood, you know, everyone, when she said it, kind of like arched over to be like, who is this girl? And then that made me even more
like
uncomfortable. But it was probably the best thing that's ever happened to me related to Top Model, and like in the top 10 of my entire life memories, because I love her.
Yeah. I mean, when you meet your idol, it's insane. Like, that's so cool that she was like, I loved you. And you're like, wait, I love you.
She's like the fiercest woman alive. And I was like, oh my God, I'm done. Just toast. So yeah.
I once met Angela Bassett at a runway show that I did, and I could not speak. And I was like, I love that movie you were in where Ike beats you. Can you believe that came out of my mouth? Like, yeah, that is like so dumb. But I was like, I couldn't think of any movie. I was like, I love it. I was, okay.
I'm your like lifeline for movies when that happens, but I was there. All right, next question for Mercedes from Lena Prey. Mercedes, how was it filming the response to the Peloton ad? That was hilarious. I totally agree. And did Aviation Gin reach out to you? Did you get to work with hottie Ryan Reynolds? I added the hottie. Sorry.
Oh, great question, Lena Prey. It's so funny because I saw the Peloton ad and I was like, oh, that's kind of strange that they did that. And then people started talking about it. And then the next thing I knew, I was reading the script and I'm like, is this for Pendleton? Because they made it really, they were like, oh, we can't tell you what this project is for. All we can tell you is that you're going to be shooting the next day. And I'm like, okay, I love a good mystery.
Texting and you were like, oh, I think I booked it. I'm going to an audition. And then you were like, I can't do this thing. I'm filming. And I was like,
yeah. Oh. Yeah. So to answer your question, Ryan Reynolds wasn't there, but I was personally chosen by him because it is his production company and his brother runs the production company and they kind of look very similar. So his brother and his wife were there and I was really excited to film the commercial because it was hilarious. And I wish that they would have sent me some gin. That would have been nice. Considering gin is my favorite. Shout out to you, Nigel. Yeah. So it was a really fun commercial to work with. And it's kind of cool as an actor when you get personally picked by Ryan Reynolds to be in his commercial. I'm like, I'm doing something right.
Yeah, I mean, and you stole the show in that commercial. You were the total scene stealer. And everyone told me that who doesn't, you weren't in the room. So it's just the truth.
That's what besties are for. Thanks for pumping me up. April, this is a great question from Frogurt is Cold. Has there ever been a situation where ANTM actually kept you from getting a job or a job where they hired you deliberately because of the show?
Great question. To be honest, I don't know if I've ever lost jobs because of Top Model. I've certainly not gotten jobs. Maybe it's because of Top Model. I have absolutely booked jobs because of Top Model. Many. My first hosting job with CoverGirl for 5 years at CBS, they were only hiring alumni. So it was between me and Takara. It's a little behind the scenes intel.
Ooh.
It was between me and her, and we even talked at the time, and I knew it was just they were going in a different direction. And because of that job, I booked Sportsline. Because of Sportsline, I booked the New York Knicks and Rangers. So Top Model literally launched my broadcasting career. And I know I've gotten acting parts because directors, there's one director I worked with both on Royal Pains and Golden Boy, and he just blurted out when I walked into the callback, my wife is a huge fan of yours on Top Model.
Nice.
So for me, it's only helped.
And they were like, call you later.
Yeah. All right, wait, where are we? All right, so from the Frizz 6, our sixth question for Frizz 6, I would also love to hear about how Mercedes is doing, if she wants to talk about it. Frizz 6 says, I have an autoimmune disease as well, and I really relate to her. I hope both of you are safe and in nice places for the quarantine.
Shout out to my autoimmune homies. Yeah, thanks. It's a great question. I appreciate it. I do get questions from fans all the time asking about my health. And with lupus, it's, you know, someday you have good days, someday you have bad days. Fortunately, I've had a lot of good days. The stress of what's happening in the world also doesn't help, but, you know, I've had to adjust to that and get my mind right and start eating healthy. I don't know about you, April, but when COVID happened, I was like, wine every night, Cheetos, ice cream, things I would like never eat on a normal basis. I'm like, anything for comfort. So
ice cream here have been my new introduction, my new COVID food group.
Right? It's like you're in your new, which is a lot to say about you because you're a health nut. And so am I, except up until like recently. But yeah, thank you. I'm doing well, and I hope you are as well, and I hope you guys are taking care of yourself as much as possible, and I appreciate that. So
right. Figure out what we have time for. I think we can do the double question. We got this a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a round of questions now that people are asking for both of us. Even the Stars Burn and Alina's Audible Gasp both wanted to know. We were so complimented. April, what is your skincare routine, and how do you all stay looking so young and fresh? We need skincare routines. You both look absolutely stunning. You guys make us cry. Like, you're so sweet. Why don't you start with your skincare routine? Because I'm actually curious.
Yeah.
I know it.
First of all, it's really bad camera, so you don't see all the flaws. Thank God we don't have HD on our camera phone. But I would say stress. That's a big thing. Like, stress adds and packs on the years. Jeans, my mom is Italian and Irish, and she looks great for her age. And I think, you know, just eating healthy. I have a whole vegan routine. I love Fellow Organics, which we had a giveaway, and I use Astara, which we were invited to their thing. I'm like that's all I use now. And lots of water, lots of vitamins. I take vitamin D every day. I take fish oil every day because I don't like fish. So it's like taking care of what's inside so you can take care of what's outside. And thanks for the compliment. Really appreciate that. April?
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that you were doing vegan. So good to know.
Vegan skincare.
Ah, got it. I was like, wait a minute. I thought
I still love meat, unfortunately.
Okay. My skincare routine is really simple. It's oil cleansing. My sister turned me on to it. It is the least expensive, least complicated routine I've had in my entire life. You can go on Amazon.com or Whole Foods and buy castor oil as your base, and then add with whatever I'm saying it right.
You can use that if you're pregnant, just so you know.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm not pregnant. I think.
And breaking news.
So depending on your skin type, take a survey at crunchybetty.com, but for normal skin, just add grapeseed oil, tea oil if you're feeling like you're breaking out, and almond oil. And it acts as your makeup remover, your skin cleanser, and your moisturizer all in one. That is all I do. It's awesome.
Well, it's working, sister. Show them your faccia. Que bella.
All right, and then we have some awesome spoiler, spill the tea answers for you guys for questions that we're really excited about. We're also a little nervous, but I'm gonna kick it off with our last finale question from Brilanta Brasilia. Mercedes, she wants to know, in general, could you reveal some secrets from your cycle?
I think I need to take a drink for this one.
Let's both take a drink for this. We're paranoid. We're gonna.
No, don't put it out there.
Sorry.
Not putting that out there.
No one's gonna sue us. Just answer the question.
Okay. Let's see. A secret. I guess this is a secret that I have never told any media outlet. I don't think Tyra even knows. And the secret is, during the last judging, by the way, the The judging panels took hours. They took about like 3 hours. So long, right?
My audition took like 10 hours. We were dying.
Yes.
We were dehydrated. We couldn't stand.
Yes. So towards the end, it was just me and Joanna. And we were in this big Italian villa. Sounds grandiose, but it isn't. It was very lonely because I had no one to talk to. And even Joanna and I weren't really talking. She was on her own, you know, and I was on my own. And here we go. Here's the final reveal. Janice Dickinson actually came up to me and said, honey, you did not win, before the judging panel. And Janice has always been on my side, you know, if you watch back. And I'm like, I don't know what to believe. So I kind of like, the way I reacted was like, I don't know if I believe that, you know.
She was maybe just trying to trick you or something?
Right. Maybe. I'm like, is she trying to get, are they trying to get some type of reaction out of me at the end?
Right.
And this was before we had judging panels. She came up to me like maybe 2 hours before. And she's like, I feel so bad you didn't win, Tyra. You know, like, I don't know if, I don't remember details. Like, either she had been in the judging panel and heard this, or she had overheard it. I'm not quite sure, but she just said, I didn't win.
Why she knew, right?
Yeah. So she said, as a consolation, I will give you my hairstylist and I'll blow dry your hair. So at least it'll look beautiful when you lose. Right. And so if you look back, my hair had been curly the whole time. I didn't have like a blow dryer on me. Like I had a curling iron, but that's it. So she actually had her hairstylist, which was like totally illegal. And then towards, you know, when they say, okay, and the winner is Joanna. If you look back at my face, it was more like, fuck, she was right. Oh my God, I didn't win. What do you mean? This is like, so I kind of knew before I knew, and I don't think Tyra knew that at all. But
yeah, and
maybe that's why she didn't come on next season. Did she come on the third cycle?
No, I don't
know. Right? Yeah. So she was my savior, but also like, oh, that sucked.
Well, and then Mercedes and I, obviously, we've been friends ever since. So we put those two bits of information together. When Janice told her that she didn't win, how would Janice know? But they hadn't even have judging yet. I was out to dinner after the show. I believe it was with Nole, Marin, and Miss J. And I can't remember which one. But they informed me that,
thank you. She was on the cycles.
Thank you.
She ain't anymore.
Yeah.
But thank you for that. True Top Model fans.
Yeah, sorry. And they informed me that, so Sephora was the sponsor. It was before CoverGirl was brought on. And I don't know if y'all remember, but we had a makeup challenge. I'm not sure which episode. We had to do all of our makeup and share a mirror. And the spokesperson from Sephora was there. Apparently that day, she gave production a list of the only girls that Sephora approved to win. Mercedes was not on that list. So even though she made it to the final two, Janice knew when it got to Joanna and her that Joanna had to win because Joanna was on that list. So we put those little two bits of information together and we realized, holy moly, like there was so much that was already determined. And we're busting our butts on this competition, and they pretty much already decided, no, that, you know, certain girls didn't have a shot. So that was pretty mind-blowing to find out. When I told Mercedes that, and she told me, Janice told her, it all clicked that, holy cow, they already knew basically when it got down to the final three that Joanna had won. So,
and all I could say is, you missed out, Sephora.
You did. Yeah. I know. How could she not be on the list? I completely agree. Other things we wanted to talk about while we have time is we know there were so many questions on the Reddit fan thread about Shandy and about Janasha. One, we didn't want to answer for them, but two, we are super excited to say 95% of the questions you asked, they answer in their episode of Throwback Thursday time. So all you have to do is go watch it on our YouTube or IGTV.
Yeah, you did. You're stalling. So just give it a second to refresh that face. You're almost there. There you go. And we're back.
Could you hear what I said, Mercedes?
I will repeat it.
Did you hear what I said?
90% half. 90% of the questions that you guys asked on Reddit about Shandy and Janasha are actually on our Instagram through Throwback Thursday time. Now, we will be releasing extended versions through Patreon coming soon, so please look out for that on Throwback Thursday time. And then, without further ado, we love to play games. And some of you tuned in and played our game, which is Who Am I?
Yeah.
So
we put it on our Instagram account today. So if you didn't see it, as soon as we're done, go check it. It was this week's Who Am I multiple choice.
So we're going to reveal the answers to Who Am I? And so this one is, I've had a security blanket since I was 3, named Stinky, and I still keep pieces in my jewelry box today. Answer? It's April. A lot of people thought it was me.
It was you.
And I think only one person on our Instagram got this all right. So kudos to you. I can't check back because I'm on Instagram right now.
Yeah, anyway, I don't want to give it away. Keep going.
So as a child, I would put a wire hanger in my mouth. The metal hook would get stuck and I couldn't get it out. Yes, I was a weird child. It was me. I mean, or I had a passion for fashion. Can we make that twist? No?
I remember you told me once you did something because you couldn't get braces, and so you were trying to like force your teeth.
Yeah, I would go like this with my teeth. Yeah. The other one is, before Top Model, I never, ever wore mascara on my lashes. J Manuel was the first person to teach me how to apply mascara. Who do you guys think it is? You want to chime in Instagram Live? And the answer is?
Who looks more make challenged? Wait, yeah, what do you guys think?
Yes, it's not. She didn't wear mascara until she was 23 years old. Gasp. April, are you there? Okay. Yes, you're just a little blurry, but it's maybe my vision. So before Top Model, the first reality show I did was MTV Fear while on summer break in college. Good. Don't try to Google it. And I know you guys did, because like, who really knows that I was on MTV Fear? That's like, you guys Googled it. I know you did. But yes, it was an amazing experience. And I won $5,000, and I went on a cruise in college with my best girlfriend, and we went to Dominica, and it was so much fun. And then the other half of the money I gave to my mom because I wanted to be a model so bad that I went on I am, what is that, like Barbizon thing? Like something like that, which is a total rip, by the way. But anyway.
Yeah.
That's really good then that you know that.
Awesome. Well, we're
so do you think we have questions? We have time for maybe 2 questions?
Saying AT needs God got 4 for 4. Someone else got them right. He Googled nothing. I believe you. You just had a good guess.
Okay. Well, yeah. Hopefully our feed will get updated because it's running a little slow. Let's see.
We were really just.
You might be. Yeah. I'm not seeing any questions come in, but I did see them originally. So hold on 1 second. Can we talk about the Shake Your Body music video? And did Nigel really hit on you, or was it just for TV? Go. I'll say the Shake It video. You answer the Nigel question. Shake Your Body was fun. And that's all I have to say. Yeah.
Okay.
It was fun.
we got to be on MTV. We got to be video girls, right? We can put that on our bucket list. I thought it was fun. I know my connection's terrible. I'm sorry, Chriselle. I don't know why. I have good Wi-Fi here. Nigel, no, he never hit on me on the show. I mean, you never saw that. I think we had chemistry. We've obviously addressed
you're
that.
going in and out.
He said
but I can
something
hear
to
you
Tyra,
now.
And I mean, that's really as far as it goes. I would never say that he hit on me on the show. Oh, you can't hear me.
So there you have it. Thank you so much.